What is going on, everybody? Hello, hello, and welcome back to another NFL game chat reaction post draft. Little strange because a lot of stuff happened that didn't expect. A few people dropped that I didn't expect to drop. There are a few key moves that were made that a lot of people question. I have some defense. We're just gonna jump straight into it. It's post reaction. This is the 2024 draft, which is the one. If we're looking at it in the future, the first round pick was Nails Caleb Williams. So let's see how he will be. Just right off the bat, just the elephant in the room. I think Caleb Williams will be good, but just not in the first year. I think Drake Maine will be the biggest bust out of the draft, but Caleb Williams, I feel like people just prey on his downfall. But we'll see. That's just the elephant in the room. Number one pick, Caleb Williams. He's going into a team that wasn't bad in coaching, and now they have DeAndre Swift. They got that rookie they also drafted. I don't know his name, excuse me. And then they got DJ Moore, and I believe they also got somebody else in there. So, and that's pretty good lineup there. So we'll see how he does. His defense not too shabby. His line sucks, so we'll see. What do you think about Caleb Ritter?
I've been a big Caleb fan. I am a USC fan myself. I've seen a lot of Caleb tape, and if you've been following since last year, I wanted Jordan Addison, who was Caleb's teammate, and then we ended up getting someone else, even though Addison was on the board, and look how that turned out. I'm going to quickly just say this. I want to go quickly into my pick because we want to talk about some other stuff, but just want to say, I think our last video was up, our reaction video. I wanted either Marvin Harrison Jr. or Malik Neighbors. And then Anthony, because he was picking so far back, he even got invested in us getting Marvin Harrison Jr. And I was hoping, like a lot of people predicted, like Minnesota's going to trade up, Vegas is going to trade up, Denver's going to trade up, is going to trade up to 2, 3, or 4 and get McCarthy or Penix or somebody else. But that didn't happen. So Arizona ended up getting Marvin Harrison Jr. Unfortunate. And then I was thinking, I'm like, okay, Malik Neighbors, let's go. And I say this because, and there was a live reaction of me to it, of me losing Mike Williams, very sad. But, it's business, unfortunately. And then bombshell was when they're like, okay, we traded Keenan Allen to the Bears. And I was very sad because he's meant so much to this organization. And I'm like, they wanted him to take a pay cut, which I thought was ridiculous. Because this 30-year-old was literally not tied second, but he was second in the league behind Tyreek Hill in receiving yards. And then he was playing through injury. And then when Justin Herbert, he had a finger injury. He got his finger caught in Max Crosby's face mask. So he's playing with a hurt finger. And then he exaggerated the injury more. And then they're like, you know what, let's just tank for a pick. So they benched Herbert. And then they're like, okay, Keenan, we're going to bench you too. So Keenan had a really good year until he was benched. And they wanted to take a pay cut, and Keenan's like, I literally took a pay cut last year, so I ain't taking another one again. And then they just ended up trading him.
Which is
so I'm like, go ahead.
I was gonna say, which just sucks because like Bruce said, he's been there for a while. Philip Rivers days, so sad to see him go on LA.
Mm-hmm. And then so I'm like, okay, we got Harbaugh. I'm thinking, because I kept hearing from people like, oh, Harbaugh's gonna run the ball. That's Harbaugh's mentality, which is fine. Because I was talking to our pal Elite, who's not here. I was just saying is that if running the ball is a really good thing, because look at Josh Allen. How do you stop the Bills? Is by you're making Josh Allen throw. When you stop the run game, you're gonna make Josh Allen throw into some sticky situations, which causes a turnover. So that's how you stop the Bills. So I'm like, okay, this is good. We gotta leave some pressure off of Herbert. And then I was hoping that Malik we would get Malik, and that like Harbaugh was like, okay, you can have this one thing, and like, but we're gonna run the ball my way. But we ended up getting Joel, and I
Which
was
is
like
better.
shocked. Yeah, and I was like, I just wanted Malik. But I've since then I've grown to love Joe Alt. He's like a great dude, and like the meme of him is like, oh, he's got no drip,
No, Jim.
lives in a log
Log
cabin.
cabin.
Yeah, he's gonna be future Hall of Famer.
Do you think, Brunner, this is another Carter draft pick where you're like, oh fuck, you're just mad because it wasn't your pick, but you're happy about the pick?
I'm happy about the pick. I'm little because I got a little PTSD because I was like, oh, I want Addison, but we got Quentin Johnston said, but it's still a weapon. But that didn't turn out to be anything because he struggled.
Yeah,
But but like the good thing is that he is literally number one ranked offensive lineman of this draft class. Because like I saw some people saying like, oh, we're gonna get J.C. Latham over Joe Alt, which is another offensive lineman. I'm like, if we're gonna pick like him over Joe Alt, like Joe Alt is like that's like picking like Malik Neighbors over Marvin Harrison Jr.
yeah. That's a better choice down the line too. I think with Hardball, he needs that line for Herbert. Herbert's the guy, man. You fucking give him time, he's gonna throw it down the field. I think personally, Bruner's draft class, damn perfect timing, Bruner, was amazing. I mean, you take a look at this; they got everything exactly they needed. I think the two things that I want to cover that I love is that he got his Michigan boys, and he got one from both ends too. They got one for the linebacker, which is a fucking badass pick. And then I don't know anything about the wide receiver, but more weapons for Herbert's well needed. And of course, probably the fucking St. Brown of the new generation, Rice, will go ahead and prove something because he dropped so low, which I didn't expect him to drop all the way to the seventh, which is insane.
Yeah, yeah. I
Absolutely
want to
insane.
quickly say something because when we got Joel, I was at work and I was pissed and I'm like texting Elite. Elite's like, dude, he's really good. And then I'm like, who the fuck is Justin Herbert going through to? Because all we had was Joshua Palmer, which is good, but he's had some injuries. Quentin Johnston, Darius Davis, who's our punt returner, which has had more targets and had more receptions than the first round pick, and then Simi Fehoko, which I expect him to be cut. So, and then Anthony texted me. I remember I was at work and I was on my lunch break and I was putting gas, and you're like, "You guys got McConkey,
Right.
he's a beast." So, and then I saw some tape of him. I'm like, "Oh yeah, he's a dog." So expect some McConkey in all caps in the group chat come
I see it.
NFL Sunday. He's gonna be a beast. And then, but I literally said right after we drafted Joel, I literally said Brendan Rice or nothing. I literally spoke it into existence, which I want to bring up because Anthony's like, because didn't you guys move up a little bit?
We did. We moved up. This is the most we've ever traded. I think we broke a record of most trades in the new season. So we moved up a lot. And Bruner did call a prediction here. Do you have the receipts?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have the receipts, but let me pull up this thing real quick. But I remember, but like, because you guys need a corner.
Hell yeah.
Because what happened last year?
Now we got two. We got two of the best corners in the perfect. We're in its perfect picture. Yeah, so I just want to go over a few things. Again, some sleepers that I really, really like is again from Michigan. I'm promise I'm not a Michigan fan, but Trevor Negan, whatever his name is, Negan. Just kidding. Imagine that'd be cool. That's gonna be help a lot because our line, we're really good in drafting line, and coming from a high school, I trust that he'll develop. We just lost Kelsey, which isn't a big deal. Everybody thinking we're gonna have a tough situation there. I don't think so. And then the obvious picks would be the first two. The best corners in the draft. I'm surprised they let Dijon drop so low. I texted Bruner, I want Dijon.
Yeah,
called the pick.
And you're like, because I'm like, oh, you guys are gonna get corner, and you're like, I want Dijon, and then I'm like, because you said you're like, all right, let's go, Marvin Harrison Jr. Chargers, and I'm like, all right, over one, You're like, all right, we're on the clock. I want Dijon. And I'm like, all right, you're 0 for 2.
Oh, for two, I'm like,
We
fuck.
get Cunha and Mitchell. He's a dog. And then I thought the Packers were going to get Cooper Dijon because that's so
Yeah,
Packer coded
exactly. Like he
for
looks
a
like it's
pick.
Packard. And it's funny because I was at work and I had the draft like the NFL screen, and I just saw like Eagles traded up, and it's like Eagles on the clock, and I was like, what the fuck? And I saw they got DJ, and I was like, yeah, bro. Another pick that I really fucking love, and I know my dad likes it too. In fact, here he bought his jersey. Is round 5, the son to NFL Eagles legend Jamal Charter played in the Super Bowl when we lost against the Patriots. He's in the Eagles Hall of Fame. Badass linebacker, the Axeman. Officially back because his nickname was Axeman in Clemson. He is taking his father's number 54. That my dad still has his original fucking Trotter jersey, and now he got his son's. So we're excited about the pick. This is a generational pick. His dad played with us. He lost the Super Bowl. He's got some unfinished business to finish here for his family. He's carrying his family's number. He's a fucking badass linebacker who I'm surprised dropped to 5th. As you can see, look, we fucking made a lot of moves during the fucking round 5. So great pickups here. We got that center. Excuse me, we got that center from North. What is it? I'm trying to see.
NC State, Dylan McMahon.
Oh well, but hey, any center is better than no center. The only one that I don't think I've ever had any game film, and I was trying to look up for, is Smith, because my uncle made a comment. It's like, oh, we're gonna get confused with Smith because they're both wide receivers, and as well the 3rd round pick Hunt. Yeah, I saw Hunt posted on his Instagram. I didn't really know much about him. Shipley, I actually did, surprisingly, and I was surprised we actually picked him up. Great pickup. I think I actually said it too in the chat that we need another backup because I think Ali called me out when I was like, I used to call Saquon injury prone, and I'm like, I got to think about that too. Like, if he does get injured, we need a reliable backup. Gainwell is not fucking it. We gotta cut Gainwell tonight. After actually, surprisingly, I thought we were gonna cut Bradbury and Gainwell after we picked up the corners and the running
Yeah.
back. So hopefully Bradbury will be fired by the end of the season. That would be awesome. Just get him out. Don't even have him play week 1. Bradbury needs to go. He's just gonna cause us more penalties than stops. So that's how I feel. Great. I'm very excited for the NFL year. And another thing I want to touch is because it just happened today on the 8th, is our GM went to a press conference and talked about last season, and he basically put the coaches in a hot bench, just exposing what happened about the collapse and how it was just a miscommunication between the coaches and the players. So that was very interesting for him to just pull back the curtain. But I hope Nick Sirianni, our head coach, does well. Really a huge fan of him. I trust him. So we'll see. We'll take a look. We just got to protect Hurts. Let Saquon and Shipley do their thing and give it to AJ and Smith. That's it.
Yeah. So I just want to quickly say that I am like we just signed DJ Chark recently. I remember I was at work and I couldn't have. I was in. They moved me and I couldn't have my phone out. And like, so I'm sitting at the computer and then I have those like Microsoft like notifications like weather, what's going on, politics, right? And then so like it popped up. It's like Justin Herbert's new weapon, and I'm like, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom. And then I checked. And it's like DJ Chark is signing with the Chargers. So now we have like an overload of Chargers wide receivers, which I'm so happy for now. And like and it's like although we don't have like a star like Keenan, like we have guys now. Like if you've seen Moneyball, it's like what are they? They can get on base. They can get a
You can
first
get on
down.
base, motherfuckers. Look, Brunner is right about this. People are going to look at the Chargers and they're going to blink and they're going to look another way. But you got Rice, who wants something to prove, dude. And then you got DJ Chark, who's fucking only 27 and fucking runs routes so beautifully. And then you got the 2nd round pick, weapon, dude. You got a weapon there. And I see nothing but talent here. Herbert could throw it down the field. The only thing is, can defense hold? Hell yeah, bro. With fucking Jim Harbaugh as coaching. Khalil, because you guys kept Khalil Mack. You made a sacrifice and sacrificed
Yeah.
the gods to offense. Kept Khalil Mack, has Joey Bosa. I'm correct me if I'm wrong. Nothing big pickups because of the cap you guys had. But you know, like Moneyball, he's got to get on base, man. He got to stop the ball. So very excited to see the Chargers. Week 1, who would you want to play?
Oh, week 1. I don't know. Like, a lot of people are saying, like, maybe potentially Kansas City in Kansas. I kind of want to do it because I want to see, like, what the vibe is, and I also just want to, like, get it out there because I don't want to, like, because now this division is so competitive. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, like, we need, like, we need to win these next series of games and we'll make the playoffs. So I kind of want to get out of the way because everything is like fresh, and Andy Reid doesn't know what a Harbaugh offense is. Like, there's not tape on Harbaugh and Jesse Minter offense and defense. So I kind of want to, like, get Kansas City out the way. Like, I'm ready. And what's going on? Like, I think we just saw recently. We previously, like, Rashee Rice was in a car, like, was racing, and then, like, he, like, fled the scene, and now recently he's got, like, another charge after him. So, like, I don't know how, but credit to Andy Reid, because there's always so much, like, for being the face of the NFL, there's always so much, like, discourse,
Yeah,
like, in the locker room, because, like,
no shit.
I think it was the Vegas one, the Vegas Super Bowl. Remember, it was like Andy Reid's son
Oh,
got a DUI,
that was
or you know,
the Eagles one. Yeah,
yeah,
fucking
his son got a DUI, and then, like, he permanently paralyzed a girl, and it's like, but he still, like, pulled through it, and there's, like, and then you had like, again now with this Rashee Rice, and then there's also, like, the players are mad at the ownership because, like, they want renovated locker rooms,
yeah.
but the owner's like, oh, well, you guys aren't giving us enough time to, like, renovate because you guys are fucking winning. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, you guys back-to-back Super Bowl champions. I'm like,
You would think.
like, literally pay for the Extreme Makeover Home Edition crew to come over and do that in, like, less than 48 hours.
Mahomes' contract could fucking pay for that shit alone, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw there's that video. I'm sure everybody's seen that meme where that Texas player who was looking at the
Mm-hmm.
locker room and he looks like he's not impressed because he came from like Texas, which is
Yeah.
they'll take care of their locker rooms. And obviously, he's like the shit box. So, oh yeah, he's definitely right about that.
But is there anything else? Are we done with that, fellas? Is there something else you want to talk about?
Let's go Eagles. Hopefully, Saquon doesn't get hurt. You can always hope for the best. But they're good on paper, but I'm not looking forward to the Brazil game. I think that's a terrible decision. Whoever made that is terrible, and it's already backfiring because now both teams might have to wear white or we have to wear black. So we'll see. I guess. I mean, Brazil won in the game, but they don't allow our colors. That makes sense. Other than that, I mean, let's go. Joe Altz. Big fan. And hopefully Byron Harrison Jr. was able to get some decent throws from. Oh, FaZe Kyle Murray just got released by Phase 2. So that's funny as fuck. So, yeah, exactly. Him and Snoop Dogg got released by FaZe. So, and Offset, ooh, just like that, man. Anyway, yeah. Other than that, thank you again. Shout out Brunner like always. Shout out Star Wars. Shout out Eagles. Let's go Bolts up. Let's go Rice, dude. We're gonna. I'm calling it right now. We're gonna have an edit. That's the I'm done edit with Rice highlights. So, thank you again, and